Your presence is ruining the mood of this event. Please leave, he sneered, his eyes cold as ice. The room fell silent. All eyes turned to me. My sister's wedding day, the moment I dreamed about for years, and I was being ordered to leave by my brother-in-law's father. My throat tightened. The elegant venue suddenly felt suffocating. I had traveled for hours only to discover I wasn't welcome, not by the groom's family. What's your problem? Just leave already. Having you here is ruining everything, he spat. The whispers started, hushed voices, sideways glances. The shame burned through me like fire. I nodded silently, clutching my purse with trembling fingers. I understand. I'll leave, I whispered. I stepped outside, cool air hitting my tear-streaked face. With shaking hands, I called my husband. What's happening? Why are you outside? Mike asked, concern filling his voice. I was asked to leave, so I did, I replied simply, swallowing hard. What does this mean? He muttered, glancing toward the door where the groom's family watched without remorse. I wasn't always an outsider. Once I was just a girl trying to hold together what remained of my family. My name is Lisa. I'm 32 years old, living with my husband Mike, who's 43. The only family I have left is him and my younger sister Summer, 10 years my junior. Our father abandoned us when I was 10. Our mother raised us alone, working endless hours while I became Summer's second mother. We managed until high school. Then exhaustion caught up with our mother. Within months, she was gone, leaving Summer and me alone in the world. What are we going to do now, sis? Summer asked, eyes wide with fear. Don't worry, I'll figure it out, I promised, though I had no idea how. I found work as a clerk at a small company. The pay wasn't much, but my boss noticed my dedication. Lisa, would you like to earn a qualification? He asked one afternoon. A qualification? Yes, it's specialized, but we need someone with formal training. I think you're capable, he explained. Would this be after work hours? I asked, thinking of Summer waiting at home. Don't worry, we'll cover all expenses. I'm asking as a favor, he added, his sincerity making it hard to refuse. I agreed, thinking of Summer's growing needs. Every evening after work, I studied until my eyes burned. Summer noticed. Don't overwork yourself, sis, she would say, bringing me tea. Don't worry about me. Once you finish school, you can do whatever you want, I told her, though my shoulders ached with responsibility. As Summer neared high school graduation, she thought about working. I encouraged her to aim for college. But saving for tuition on my salary was tough. I considered switching jobs. When I spoke to my boss, he surprised me. I completely understand, he said. Actually, I know someone who's starting a new business. Oh, they're looking for someone like you. A new company? Yes, don't worry. It's being run by a capable person. The business is already doing well, he assured me. The new position offered better pay. Leaving my first boss was bittersweet. I've been thinking of closing soon anyway, he said on my last day. You've done more than enough here after 5 years. His kind words moved me to tears. Don't cry, he said softly. If I make a young woman cry, my wife will scold me. It's better if you smile. With his blessing, I joined the new company and met Mike, a commanding presence at 38. Nice to meet you, I'm Mike. He introduced himself, his handshake firm. Nice to meet you. I'm Lisa, I replied. We really needed someone like you, Mike said warmly. If you could handle things at your last job, you'll thrive here. I thanked him, feeling a mix of nervousness and excitement. Mike's company quickly became my new home. It was a fast-growing startup with Mike as the driving force. Despite being new, it was already securing major contracts. I'm glad to have you here, Lisa, Mike said one evening. Your expertise is invaluable. I'm happy I invested in your training. His words lifted my spirits. For the first time in years, I no longer worried about Summer's tuition. You seem more upbeat lately, Summer commented one morning. Really? I've just been busy, but I guess you're right, I admitted. Could it be because of someone? She teased, eyebrow raised. Don't be silly, I laughed. Now go get ready for school. 4 years later, I was 27, and Summer was about to graduate high school. She was excelling academically. Things were finally looking up. Meanwhile, Mike's company was flourishing. I found myself training new employees. How about a trip sometime? Mike suggested one evening. A trip? But my schedule. I'll take care of everything. You've earned a break. He interrupted gently. I spent more time with Mike. Naturally, our relationship deepened. Despite the 11-year age gap, I didn't mind. But one thing weighed on me. One evening, while working late, I decided to speak my mind. Mike, I do want to marry you. You're amazing, and I love you. But I still have Summer to look after. Can we wait until she's on her own? I feared it was selfish. Mike, already in his mid-30s, might have been ready for marriage. Of course I'll wait, he said without hesitation. When that time comes, let's include your sister. She'll be part of our family too. I was deeply moved. From then on, the three of us spent more time together. We even took a vacation. It was unforgettable. Eventually, Summer went to college, still living with me since her university was nearby. She wanted a part-time job. Everyone has to start somewhere, I said, though still anxious about her balancing work and studies. I'll be fine, she reassured me. I've been learning business management from Mike. I'm ready. Her confidence amazed me. She had grown so much. Then one day, she shocked me even more. Sis, guess what? She said, eyes bright with excitement. What is it? I'm getting married after college. I nearly dropped the plate I was washing. Married? Wait, what? She said it casually, as if completely normal. My sister was serious. Who's the guy? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. You don't know him? Well, maybe you do. Don't try to guess, she teased. This bombshell caught me off guard. Summer had a habit of making surprising statements, but this was different. Remember the business seminar? She asked. I met a guy there. He's planning to start his own company. He's a good guy, so I thought, why not marry him? Marriage isn't something you jump into, I responded. It's a major commitment. She looked at me seriously. What about Mike's feelings? I promised to look out for you until you graduate, I replied. You think I can't handle things on my own? Her voice rose slightly. I've got a plan for my future. I've met a great guy. It's time you focus on your own happiness. Her eyes teared up. Unless you get married first, it's going to be awkward for me. I guess so, I muttered quietly. Mike and I eventually married. The whole company celebrated. Even my first boss came to congratulate us. But one thing remained, meeting my sister's fiancé's family. Brian, her fiancé, seemed like a solid guy. He was the eldest son of a small business owner. The business will go to my brother, Brian explained. Really? I asked, surprised. I've always dreamed of starting my own business. We're planning to start one together, he replied. That's how we met. We've already incorporated. I had a good feeling about Brian. I thought he and my sister made a perfect match. After that meeting, I still had to meet the rest of Brian's family. I was nervous, but figured it was natural. Oddly, they requested that I come alone. Lisa, Brian's father, greeted me at their luxurious home. I suppose you're here to talk about your sister's marriage to Brian. That's right, I replied, maintaining composure. Actually, that's not why we invited you, he said, voice suddenly harsh. We're telling you to stay out of this. I was stunned. What do you mean? You didn't go to college, you lost your parents. While Summer seems capable, you clearly don't fit in. Don't expect help from us. I don't need your help, I snapped, heat rising to my face. I've supported myself. I have a future with Mike. Whether I retire later is none of your concern. Words are cheap, he sneered. We'll invite you to the wedding, but after that, keep your distance from people above your station. It would be embarrassing for you to show up. Their mocking laughter hit hard. When Summer marries Brian, she'll finally have a real family, they added cruelly. Let's just hope she doesn't end up like you. Tears formed, but I kept my head high as I left. I'm not missing my sister's wedding, I said, voice shaking. I hurried home, tears streaming down. I washed my face repeatedly, but the sting remained. Looking at my red, swollen eyes in the mirror, I whispered, I'll never let them see me like this again. Their insults felt like an attack on everyone who had supported me. But no matter what, I would attend my sister's wedding. It would be my final step in letting go. Days passed. Soon the big day arrived, her graduation and wedding in one celebration. You better come to my wedding, sis, she teased during our last dinner at home. I wouldn't miss it for the world, I replied, though uneasy about facing Brian's family again. The venue was grand. Guests wore elegant outfits radiating wealth. I felt like an outsider but kept my composure. At the entrance, I showed my invitation. A staff member escorted me to a private room. As the door opened, mocking voices greeted me. So you really showed up, Dustin, Brian's younger brother, sneered. You have no idea about social cues, do you? You're ruining the prestige of this place, his father added venomously. Get security to remove her, Dustin ordered dismissively. The insults continued. I stayed silent until they crossed a line. What if Summer turns out like you? Dustin spat. She won't, I retorted, voice shaking. She's smart, capable, and hardworking. She and Brian are building something together. That's nonsense, his father scoffed. Brian will take over our business, not start some side project. They've already incorporated, I fired back. Before they could respond, the door swung open. Sorry I'm late, Mike's voice echoed through the room. The family's demeanor changed instantly. Mike, it's been too long, they greeted, all smiles. Mike ignored their pleasantries. Have you seen my wife? Your wife? They echoed, surprised. Oh, there she is, Mike said, spotting me. Why are you standing there? They asked me to leave, I murmured. Mike's face darkened. Why would you ask my wife to leave? She's the bride's sister. The room fell silent. We didn't know, the father stammered. Explain what happened, Mike demanded. I told him everything, my voice growing stronger with each word. So you insulted my wife and tried to humiliate her. Mike's voice was cold as steel. That's how you treat family? We didn't mean it, they stuttered. After a pause, he continued. I do business with your company, but we're not family. I won't tolerate disrespect toward my wife. I'm ending our business relationship right now. Wait, you can't do that? Brian's father cried, panic replacing arrogance. Please reconsider. I won't, Mike replied firmly. Don't worry, though. I'll be working with Brian and Summer's new company. They've earned my trust. Shocked, the family realized they had lost both their son's loyalty and a key business partner. Mike turned to me. Let's go, he said, leading me out. The wedding proceeded beautifully. Brian and Summer began their new life, focusing on their business. Meanwhile, Brian's family faced the fallout of their actions. Life moved forward. One evening, I placed my hand gently on my belly, filled with excitement and nerves. When Mike came home, I greeted him with his favorite stew and a big smile. I've got news, I said, guiding his hand to my stomach. His eyes brightened. Really? That's amazing. He hugged me gently. With a baby on the way, our family was growing. Though challenges lay ahead, I knew we would face them together. We were building the loving home I had always dreamed of providing. Sometimes I think about that moment at the wedding, surrounded by people who thought I wasn't good enough. I wonder if they realized their mistake, judging someone's worth by background rather than character. But more than that, I think about how far we've come. Summer and I, from frightened sisters alone to women building our own families and futures. The road wasn't easy, but every struggle made us stronger. If you've ever felt like an outsider, judged unfairly for circumstances beyond your control, remember this. Your worth isn't determined by others' opinions. It's built through resilience, love, and the family you choose. Our story continues to unfold, one day at a time, and I wouldn't have it any other way.